So, to get started, we're going to broaden the definition of wealth. I grew up in a wealthy family and I saw a lot of the kinds of challenges and concerns that I now work with. I myself had plenty of stumbles, and really a lot of us were working hard and lost and trying to find our way. And I was very fortunate to land on my feet in my 30s and able to look around me and think, well, what is this? I knew that in the neighborhood where we lived, with these big, beautiful houses and beautiful gardens, and I knew that many people who didn't live there thought, if I could only live in a house like that, my life would be easy and I would be happy. And I knew that it wasn't an automatic equation. There was more to it. There were more tragedies than there should have been with all this so-called privilege. So I just got very curious about it and started talking to friends and started to do some work with groups and bring up these issues. I kind of look back and I'm amazed I was able to gather groups of people who had wealth in their family and who were willing to talk about it and help me figure out really what the territory is. If you are in the position of having to protect and steward someone else's dream, and it might even be a collapsed dream by then, and it can become a black hole for you. There's a danger of falling into that dream of one's parents' or grandparents' generation and never ever finding out what your own dreams are. I mean, anyone who tries to steward someone else's dream is not going to find fulfillment that way. Finding out what one's purpose is starts with asking the big questions. What are my dreams? What is my purpose? What do I want my legacy to be? And what are my values? What are my priorities? How can I put those into action? Those are the important questions to ask to get started. At the beginning of a session, I often ask participants, what is wealth? What does wealth represent to you? They will say all kinds of different things. Their responses start out slowly. What they realize after they hear someone says family and someone says power, someone else says control, love, freedom, security, all these words come up, and I write them up on the board at the front of the room. Other people then realize, oh my goodness, I have other words. I will get so many words that I will have to stop writing. The page will become filled. Wealth represents different things to different people, and this is important because when we place different values on wealth and we're in relationships, we can assume that whoever we're in a relationship with places a different value on it than we do. And it's great if we can talk about that. Well, it's security to me. Oh, well, it's freedom to me. Well, that's going to influence what kind of vacation you want to take, how you're going to decide what kind of house to live in. Perhaps a lot of decisions about work are going to be related to a conflict between those values. And if you have awareness of what they are and you can discuss it, and you can work with each other, then those decisions can be made a lot better.